Flip TV Plus. This is morning news on Flip TV Plus. Here are the headlines. Tinubu secures historic deal with UAE, visa ban lifted. David Umahi summons contractors over deplorable state of road. Wike blasts Federal Capital Development Authority. Sherbo relocates office out of Edo Government House. Dapo Abiodun draws battle line with Gbenga Daniel. 2.2 million litres of red wine flows on streets of Portuguese. Doyen of Accounting Akintola Williams goes home. Now the news. The United Arab Emirates UAE has lifted the visa ban placed on Nigerian travelers after almost 1 year. This follows a historic agreement between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his UAE counterpart Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan on Monday, according to a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Hajiri Njelale. He noted that by this historic agreement, Etihad Airlines and Emirates Airlines are to immediately resume flight schedules into and out of Nigeria. The statement also added that as negotiated between the two heads of state, the restoration of flight activities does not involve any immediate payment by the Nigerian government. Recall that the UAE had in October last year banned nationals of some 20 African countries, including Nigeria, from entering its capital city, Dubai. The development triggered a flurry of reactions from many, with Tinubu promising upon election to resolve the impasse. On to the next. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has passed a vote of no confidence on the consultants and contractors supervising the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. Speaking during a courtesy visit to Chukwuma Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, on Saturday, the minister said federal roads in the southeast geopolitical zone are in deplorable state. The minister revealed that the states in the region have not been fairly treated on the MTN Nigeria tax credits decision. In 2019, former President Muhammadu Buhari approved Executive Order 7, the Road Infrastructure Tax Credit Scheme, to allow the private sector to invest tax liabilities on infrastructure.
This is on Sukuk or what?
No, it's not
on budget. You have to, the controller and the director and the contractor will have to go and see the legal department. I don't see you being able to do this. If you're going to go into partnership with somebody who knows how to do the work for the benefit of the people of this area, that would be good. It is so terrible to say you have covered 5 kilometers and there is no evidence of the 5 kilometers so far covered. Now we, however, recommending redesign. We keep 9 meter width and then do drainage, this to this. So if you get a contractor who knows what he's doing, we can look at it. Then you have to write to stop further payments on the job until we have done that. And my advice to our people, especially when you are, from Southeast and you have job to do for Southeast, look at the kind of suffering these people are passing through, And so we should be able to have conscience. We should have conscience. And there are a lot of settlement in this place. You're telling me gully this, gully that, and all the stuff. Why didn't you start from the major road and be coming? Or is said to be the place you did?
We actually started from the major road. But when these trucks, when the road crossed...
So you didn't build it for trucks?
No, we built it, but the design. The design wasn't for those heavy trucks with cement, chipping, and so on. So the supervising engineer advised us to dump that area until the state has been able to do.
Much I can do for you, sir, is to forget about the 495 million we paid you. I will not tax you. But 840 we will not pay. If you like to do the job, you get a contractor. We now sign an addendum to the contract, redesign the contract for the sake of God. and benefit of the people. But if you want us to make trouble, I'm ready. And you will not get one kobo from this 495. We'll retrieve the money from you. And if you want to pity the people, we'll settle amicably. But nobody will pay one kobo outside the 495. You have something to say?
No, what I have to say is that I can't make trouble with the Honorable Minister.
No,
with the Ministry of Work, where I've been working. I've done a lot of job. I've been given commendation.
If you have been, no, sir.
I've been given commendation.
If this is the way, I'm not.
They did not pay. If you look at it, a job of 1 something billion.
You should be ashamed of yourself for.
In similar developments, Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, has blasted officials of the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA. During an event on Monday, September 11, Wike accused the officials of not planning well for the occasion. He berated FCDA officials for giving him a faulty microphone and stated that anyone who does not want to work should go home as time for things to change has come.
The chairman of FCT House of Representatives, my dear brother and veteran, the chairman aids and loans of the FCT, the Honorable Minister of State, my dear sister, the single senators here, members of the House of Representatives, council chairman or area chairman, as you may call them, the permanent secretary, executive secretary of FCDA, our dear traditional rulers, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me express my displeasure to FCDA. It's unfortunate, and that is why FCT is where it is. If ordinary microphone, you cannot arrange ordinary microphone to work, how will FCT work? It can work. It's a shame at this level. This way. And let me warn all those who are concerned, this will be the last time I will appear in the public function and I get this embarrassment. This should be the last time. It will not happen again. It will never happen again. If you don't want to work, you leave. So I just want to say that.
Moving on, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Felicia Abu, has commenced the relocation of his office to an area outside the vicinity of the government house. The development follows last week's withdrawal of Shebu's suit filed at the Federal High Court to stop alleged plots by the state governor, Godwin Obaseki, to remove him from office. The new office is situated at number 7 Dennis Osadegbe Avenue, close to the government house. It was gathered that the new office is not habitable as there is no electricity. It's waterlogged and the office spaces are significantly small. The state government had, however, insisted that the deputy governor's new office is within the confines of the area designated as the government house. Meanwhile, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun on Monday hit back at former Ogun State Governor Gbenga Daniel and his wife Olufunke had over demolition of the Datkem Plaza in Ijebu-Ode, saying the couple is not above the law. Officials of the government on Sunday partially pulled down the 5-story building plaza belonging to Olufunke Daniel, the wife of former governor popularly known as OGD. The government said it carried out the operation because the structure is illegal without an approved plan. But Mrs. Daniel tackled Abiodun over the demolition, describing the act as executive recklessness, lawlessness, and irresponsibility. However, Governor Abiodun lampooned Daniel and his wife on Monday while responding to questions from newsmen on the controversial demolition, saying development was not politically motivated. According to the governor, the partial demolition exercise carried out by the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development was in line with the laws of the state.
You are now going to try to use media, try to attract some form of sympathy unnecessary sympathy. You are trying to play the underdog that I, Dapo Abiodun, have now vindictively demolished the property that first I didn't know it was yours. Your name is not on that property. You never came forward to say that this property is yours. You never attempted to correct the violations in any way, form, or manner. You would expect that someone who is a serving senator of the Federal Republic, a former governor of this state, would show a level of more responsibility. I've told Mr. Plan, if I, Dapo Abiodun, if I have a building that violates building code, bring it down.
In other news, a small coastal town in Portugal has become the talking point on the internet after viral videos showed red wine spilling through its streets on Sunday, September 10. The town of São Lourenço de Barro and its streets were painted red after two tanks owned by Leverett Distillery, a local winemaker carrying a whopping 600,000 gallons of the booze, suddenly gave way, according to a report in the New York Post. The locals are surprised as the netizens looked on with bewilderment as the wine, nearly enough to fill an Olympic swimming pool, flowed down a steep hill and onto the mirrored streets of the town. The spill, although accidental, was so massive that the local authorities had to trigger an environmental alert. They were later forced to divert the wine to stop it from contaminating the nearby Satima River. Finally, on the news, it is with sad news that we report the death of Nigeria's foremost finest accountant. Pa Akintola Williams, the Nigerian Doyen of Accounting, died in the early hours of Monday, September 11, 2023, at the age of 104. William, who was also a prominent founding figure of Lions Club International, died in sleep at his residence in Lagos State. Fondly hailed as the Doyen of Accounting, etched his name as Nigeria's pioneer chartered accountant, blazing a trail by founding one of the nation's earliest accounting firms. Chief Akintola Williams, born on August 9, 1919, was the first chartered accountant in Nigeria. The renowned accountant studied accounting at the University of London and qualified as a chartered accountant in 1947. He returned to Nigeria and later set up his accounting firm Akintola Williams & Co., now Deloitte & Touch, in 1952. Williams was also a strong advocate for developing the accounting profession in Nigeria. He was a founding member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria (ICAN) and was president from 1963 to 1965. He was also a member of the National Board of Accountants and Auditors. Williams received many awards and honors, including the Order of the Federal Republic (OFR) and the Nigerian National Order of Merit (NNOM). He was also a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Thanks for joining our news broadcast. Subscribe on our channel for more updates. Opeyemi Olugbemi reporting for Flip TV Plus.